okayfm 101.7.
Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Abrakwaye, MP for Northtown, Minority Whip. Now, are you minority spokesperson on foreign affairs? Honorable Mimwache.
Yo, Master Michoso, Bibi Aboko.
Boko na also
Nyamia domo mehoya.
No. It is I will be your picture that hey, you could just tell a black credit fee.
Oh, there be any possible. Cra. And the cra mobetim our parliament on new revelations on this matter. Look, as I said, every time I'm in chat here for na member my boss Jima Pamoya. As I say, you say on my way, Yawamra. Now nobody is above the law. We are MPO, we are minister, we are president. This is a rule of law dispensation. It's a constitutional democracy. And the expectation, minimum expectation, basic, obia be conducting a home according to the law. Who engage in conduct which is illegal, unlawful, criminal, no matter who you are, no, the law must take its course. Until you can be rest assured, and no matter the threat, no matter the number of court cases, attempts to have me jailed and all of that, because our connections is powerful. That's not how rule of law societies operate. All the countries we look up to and aspire to be like, United States of America to say, even the current president is under investigation. Or your vice president under President Obama, or Kofi, or the sensitive documents
are classified.
Or the Kofi, and you're investigating. President Trump, former president, or also investigating for mishandling confidential documents. FBI for the Attorney General's Department, or might be investigation. In those societies, no matter who you are, the law takes its course, even if you are president. I can assure you, sir, this matter will be pursued. And many of you can intimidate and an abuse of the judicial process to intimidate me. And the last week was a major development in Parliament. Right, Honorable Speaker, motion filing. My name is colleague on the NDC caucus side. You file a motion calling for a full-scale parliamentary inquiry into the National Cathedral. All of this matters. I said this whole matter, a honor is free by the TRC can be 2.6 million to a company that has done no work. That is not a contractor. Now, so OSHA documents or multiple parliament, almost a contractor's mobilization of 2.6 million. Meanwhile, only agreement, only contract. In the Abane signer, 2.6 million for contractors mobilization. And that strange payment, make us, as I said, me investigate it, me unravel the mystery. That led me to this kind of worm. Then the panel or board, the National Cathedral board, or the board, Reverend Kusi Boateng-Hon Okudzeto as director of JNS. Sometimes people talk as if, ABA is something personal, and ABA mean a software, and targeted this particular character. That is not the case. That cannot be the case. I respect the church. I respect pastors, of course, the genuine ones. And this is a matter to do with the National Cathedral. And OSHA analysis, this is going to be the most expensive project. And now it is the most expensive project under President Akufo-Addo, and one of the most expensive in this Fourth Republic. It costed the Ghanaian taxpayer over $1 billion. Over $1 billion. OSHA the history of the Ghanaian Parliament.
It cost over $1 billion.
Yes.
Cathedral.
Yes, because apart from the cost of the fiscal construction, a year about $400 million. OSHA the aircore designer, the architect, David Ajay, so far about 152 million. Then you also have to consider the exclusions. What kind of contract now? There are so many exclusions. One of them says, they say it's now 1 year. March is 1 year since the contractors abandoned site for lack of payment. What kind of contract now buying or more signing? Can be suspend the project. You bet you there is a penalty.
Honorable.
And then don't forget, sir, this point is very important. You demolish all kinds of structures. You demolish scholarship secretariat. You demolish passport headquarters, passport office. You demolish judicial training institutes. You demolish judges' bungalows. You demolish the Comsys IT firm. You demolish Waterstone Realty apartment complex. Some of them are in court. Waterstone Realty, our court, our more demanding judgment. The last time here conversion is in excess of 200 million Ghana cedis. Just think about that. If you put the cost of compensation and all of these exclusion clauses in the contract, would they cut the 400 or $450 million actual fiscal construction? This project will cost the Ghanaian taxpayer in excess of $1 billion. And the person may bought Speaker Bagbin Abaso, sir, will admit your motion. Parliament will delve into these matters. We'll have a full-scale probe into this whole National Cathedral scandal, the most reckless, most senseless, mindless model. I have no issue if you want to build a cathedral. Let's debate it. Let's discuss it as a people. Don't start from deception. Say it's a personal pledge to God. Personal pledge, how does it then become suddenly metamorphosed into a national project? That's not how. And then you don't even come for parliamentary approval. You are hiding and you are building a temple for God with deception, with fraud. And I'm excited, sir. We are going to delve into these matters in Parliament. Yeah.
Obiawaye project management before these magnificent projects and back home. Analysis of the project. While you actually the cost, unit cost of everything. And man say na
brilliant question. Yanye Sadia, not once. Yanya. In Tubekaya project we start here, Finance Minister, he was the first to put out the cost, to be about $100 million.
Because I saw your cost benefit analysis of the project.
And in addition to that, why your value for money analysis or money, and of course, are escalating from 100 million, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 450. And it continues to escalate above a moving target. No one knows when it will stop. And who share the cost of replacing some of these structures? Over to me, after Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Kusi Boateng-Hon proposal to various banks or to replace the Judicial Training Institute for $50 million. At today's exchange rate, Minia, that is about 600 million Ghana cedis, in excess of that. You also have judges' bungalows, no, which is being constructed as we speak at millions of Ghana cedis. Comes for Omochomu compensation. Malian ambassador's residence, which was demolished, the Malian government, they are also standing by. So far, no, Yato Asasiama Omo airport residential. Also, Aka residence now, Yedesi, Ama Omo. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, Omaya, we have so much land, vast land, unencumbered land all over. Now, so we adopted such a reckless model. Indiana, what kind Bishop Dake Ward Mills in a resignation letter, Okase, he was opposed to the location. It's so wasteful. Yes, Omaya, we are broke, we are bankrupt, we are insolvent. Yet, mean, chia, a kana, yakwako, imposing on the Ghanaian people in the most outrageous of terms. You're moving the public debt from 122 billion in 2016 to over 600 billion. As of November last year, we shared Bank of Ghana data, 575 billion. Now it's in excess of 600 billion Ghana cedis. I mean, how does a country that cannot pay pensioner bondholders, doing haircuts all over the place, engage in such recklessness? I mean, even much wealthy nations, Omaya Omuwa Sika Bibre, they don't conduct themselves this way. Look, the level of recklessness, the level of, total ridiculousness. No, and Nona, I am a departure. The speaker has listened to the cries of Ghanaians, and which includes the Christian community. I say, Christian Council, I issued statement last year. The Catholic Bishop Conference, I issued statement last year. Say, project we know. It's a misplaced priority. We cannot be doing that now. And there's lack of transparency. Let me use this opportunity to also commend the Apostolic Fathers this week. And said 6 months, and I'm inviting me. Said they want to understand all the issues. And after I explained all the issues, gave them copies of the documents that we.
Catholic Bishop Conference, the Frewo.
Yeah, Apostolic Fathers.
The Apostolic Fathers.
General Kranchi Ankra, Reverend Lawrence Tete, Reverend Markwe, Reverend Amo Mensa, and others. Omo Tunsa Frame. And Monday we are 6 March. And after Omoka said, making a special prayers because Meye Jumapa. And they fortified me. In all humility, I am enormously grateful for Omo Gesta.
But in all this, Papa Kusi Boateng-Hon court restraining you from publishing further Enema Afano.
Question now, Ghana for Dudona Bisas. The American, and no cry. I don't think that won't fat no cry on to her. If you have nothing to hide, why are you seeking to restrain me? And how can you restrain a member of parliament? How on earth can you seek to guard a member of parliament?
Oh, but Sabia, you are attacking his person.
Please, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm putting out facts. And everything I've put out so far, nothing has been challenged. Not one. Not one. From passport to Ghana card to the different voting documents and voters' ID to all of them. They are all unimpeachable, unassailable. They are totally truthful, and
but sir,
and a number of them institutions Nankasa, after I have done a right to information request and they have responded, and I can assure you, sir, in Parliament we are going to take up these matters. And Parliament, to me, you see the judicial process in Parliament. We have immunity, we have privilege. We will use it to the benefit of the Ghanaian people in the national interest. This attempt to gag a member of Parliament is a wrong move. Wrong move. The Omaya no Krano, and Nona Ashem and Cry said, I should even dig deeper and further. It means these characters have a lot more to hide. a lot more they are concealing, and I need to get to the bottom of it. And indeed, I've even discovered a lot more, and the coming days will be exceedingly interesting. But I can't wait for the parliamentary probe. Omumba Parliament or not, Omumba use this intimidation, trying to abuse the judicial process in Parliament. They should try that. When they should be resigning from the board, apologizing to the Ghanaian people. If this was a country functioning, I'm surprised that IGP he has effected any arrest as we speak. What you say, and me, and Ababe told you I said we were multiple IDs, different mothers, different dates of birth, different things. What you say we will still be here talking? You think we'll still have our freedom? What kind of impunity is this? What kind of banana republic is this? Is this a rule of law nation? Okay, and then they rather have the temerity, the nerve that we should be jailed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Which lawful country? Which serious
most of the documents are what out as revelation emanating from you, no. And we are the parliament in the buy na what was why we be an answer there.
And as I said, we'll categorize the documents now. A B, for example, the payment to JNS 2.6 million. And on one or more debate parliament. Say your company with 2.6 million for contractors mobilization. And your one or mobile buy. But as a diligent member of parliament, when you see information which is questionable, you must probe further, because that's our job. The whole essence of checks and balance, parliamentary oversight, parliamentary scrutiny. In a sense, we are investigators. And people are claiming, oh, why has Okudzeto Ablakwa become an undercover journalist and an investigative journalist? They don't seem to really understand the work of a parliamentarian, because that's really our job. How can you carry out scrutiny, carry out oversight, carry out checks and balances if won't your investigations, if you will not? And also historically, I remember the glorious days of the likes of J.H. Mensamo and all of that. They traveled even far abroad. I remember the issue of the Gulfstream 3 jet, now President Rawlings, or J.H. Mensamo, then Honorable Nana Akufo-Addo as MP, a ranking member on constitutional and legal. They traveled abroad, went to unravel documents and all of that. Why all this attack on me? This is not new. I mean, the current president, he's been an investigative, diligent MP before. And he was hailed. At the time, they were praised. That 97 parliament, 98, 99 to 2000, you're doing a good job. They understand the work of an MP. But today, you do the same thing, you come under attack. They want to gag you. They want you jailed. The double standard, the hypocrisy. Back to your question, I delve deeper into what has been brought, say, theoretical way. You don't just accept, swallow it, hook, line, and sinker. That's not your work as an MP. Especially when you know, sir, contractors now move here Ejuma or national construction site or not. They are largely two main contractors. Rebade, who are doing the physical construction. Rebade JV, that is the joint venture of Rizani, the Eka, Batsoti, and Bisimone. Those three companies which have been merged into one joint venture, Rebade. The other company, the architect, David Ajay, and associates. When you see a new company, musica, contractors. Now, so you say, National Cathedral Secretariat, Krata Mudiaba Parliament, almost say, we have paid 2.6 million to JNS. And when them say, if some of us had not seen that and investigated, what it means, Parliament, I endorse it, Parliament, I approve that payment, and JNS can keep that money. Now they are making all kinds of claims. Busia Bina, your boy, we are paying back and all of that. Look, the fact of the matter is that after receiving that information, we then decided to probe. And in the process, secure multiple tons of documentation and your mona omo buy. Yeah, your investigation led us to that because
okay, Mami, so what you?
Who are those behind GNS? Who are the directors? And who are these guys? And how did they come by this money? And that's what has led us to where we are.
Mami, so what you? Can they expend such monies without resort to Parliament for approval?
You see, Usha, the fact of the matter is not really just about they spending the money. That's you are referring to JNS company, no? Is that the case? And now you are referring to the. If you are referring to the company, the issue is about.
339 million has been expended on the project.
Oh, okay. Oh, the expenditure on the project. Oh,
yes.
No, the constitution is very, very clear. They cannot. Nobody, no minister, no president, no entity, no authority in Ghana can spend money without parliamentary approval. Article 178 of the constitution is very, very clear. Nobody, obi to me, sir, or best sorry now what come Ghana Sika, or they call it the OPE, without parliamentary approval. It's a grave violation of the 1992 constitution. And OSHA Article 175.
But the explanation,
OSHA Article 175, public funds have been defined in the constitution. And these monies are public funds. Nobody. Until all of those, when we raised it, 2023 budget, they now decided to do the to do the right thing. Until they made an allocation in the budget of 80 million. And as I said, Ms. Saluti colleagues for defeating that allocation and making sure that this scandalous conduct was not endorsed by approving that 80 million in the budget. I can assure you, sir, acts of violations, not the endorsement, the constitutional violations, procurement law, they didn't respect it. I raised a right to information request to the Public Procurement Authority, almost a project where they have no idea about it. They are not following the procurement law. So many breaches, so many violations of the law. And we say we are building the lost temple. We forget, sir, when Christ entered Jerusalem and saw that they were defiling the temple. That was the only time in the Bible Jesus Christ, righteous anger of fire abba the gua in comfort, because he said his house must be a house of prayer, not a den of thieves. The words of Jesus Christ. And see what we are doing in Ghana.
okayfm 101.7.